Hi there, and welcome to this virtual info session on the Master of Science in Nutrition at Boston University, combined with the Dietetic Internship at Mass General Hospital. Today, we're really excited to tell you about this very unique partnership between both of our institutions. We'll be taking a closer look at the curriculum of the Master of Science program here at BU, and then we will dive into the Dietetic Internship at Mass General. Joining me today are two of my colleagues. We have Mary Jane Staniak, who is the Senior Lecturer and Associate Director of the Dietetic Internship here at BU. And we also have with us Pat Engel, who's the Dietetic Internship Director at Mass General Hospital. And they'll be joining the presentation in just a minute. So with that being said, I'm going to turn the floor over to Mary Jane and she'll get us started.
Thank you, Chris. So just to give you a bird's eye overview of this program and our partnership, as a student in this program, you'll have the opportunity to learn and train in one of America's best college towns, Boston. So we have a couple of pictures here. The one on the top is kind of an overview of part of Boston University, which runs along Commonwealth Avenue, just to give you a peek into that. And then the lower picture there is the world-class institution, only about 3 miles away from where we are at Boston University. And that, of course, is Massachusetts General Hospital. So as a student in this program, you will complete all of the requirements for your graduate degree, as well as all of the requirements for the dietetic internship in just under 2 years. So you start the program in September, and then year 1, year 2, you'll be finishing up that following summer and ready to study for the RD exam and become a credentialed registered dietitian nutritionist in under 2 years. So once you're admitted into this program, you will be guaranteed a dietetic internship spot at Mass General Hospital once you have successfully completed the master's degree at Boston University, thereby allowing you to bypass or not need to worry about the gamble of the nationwide die-cast match. We're going to talk to you today about some of the opportunities that will allow you to really make this program what you want when you put it all together. So I'm going to mention in the next few presentation slides, I'm going to mention to you about some of the ways that you can do that. But in general, you will be prepared to really go in any direction in the profession that you want once you're finished the program. So who's an ideal candidate? That's a really great question, right? This is a new partnership. You're wondering, is this for me? Well, if you have completed your DPD program, or if you are on your way to complete that, and if you have a strong foundation at the undergraduate level and feel like you're up for the challenge of the rigor of a graduate degree from Boston University, and really if Mass General is your first choice for a dietetic internship, then this program is absolutely for you. We are looking for candidates who are not only strong and capable academically, but also have some of the very important skills such as leadership, self-direction, interpersonal skills, and the ability to, critically think and think out of the box. So the way that we have built this program is intentional, and the graduate degree at Boston University will not only give you the degree, but it will really, the way that we have put the coursework together, allow you to get the most out of your clinical training once you get to Mass General Hospital. So you'll be able to discern what is good science, what is not good science, and what is not science at all. And that will serve you well, whether you want to go out into the world of communications, whether or not you want to stay in the clinical realm, whether you want to go into nutrition research or in the community, or whether you want to do private practice or food service management. So you really have that higher level of training that will really catapult you forward into the dietetic internship. And so what this looks like, it's a very simple model. Next slide, please. In the first year, you will complete the Master's of Science degree, which is a minimum of 32 credits, 16 or 17 credits each semester. So you'll start in September, you'll complete that in May, and then you'll have a break through the summer for you to either volunteer or travel or to work and save up some money. And then you'll be ready to start your dietetic internship with the rest of the dietetic internship cohort over at Mass General. So before I turn this over to Pat for her to talk to you about the specifics of the dietetic internship program at Mass General, I wanted to give you a little bit of inside peek into Sargent College. So Sargent College is one of 17 colleges at Boston University. Boston University is a large private institution in an urban setting, and in Sargent College itself, certainly our nutrition program is here, but other really strong, world-renowned, if you will, programs in the disciplines of occupational therapy, speech, language, and hearing sciences, physical therapy. And the reason that I mention that is we have a growing interprofessional education program. This is one area that we feel we can do very well at Sargent College because of our partners in the other programs. So during the graduate degree, you'll have the opportunity to learn with, by, and from other future healthcare providers. And that will give you the confidence that you will need not only to discuss nutrition science and the application of that with like-minded peers who are well-trained in your own area of study, but also to start to have those conversations with healthcare providers that are outside of the field. And sometimes those are some of the most important conversations that we will have. So in addition to our growing IPE program at Sargent College, we also collectively have 35 research labs and clinical education centers, and we receive over $18 million in grant funds on a rolling annual basis. So the core of the Masters of Science at Boston University includes some courses that you might think of when you're thinking about a Master's of Science in Nutrition. So that would be biostatistics, metabolic regulation, nutritional epidemiology, nutrition and disease prevention, and the graduate nutrition research course. In addition to those core courses, you will have the opportunity to really build your own concentration. So that will include a practicum in an area of your choosing. And over the course of the practicum, you'll spend a minimum of 150 hours. So that's roughly about 10 hours per week over the course of the semester. And we place students in a variety of areas in the field. I'll get to that in 1 minute. The rest of your credits, to make up that minimum of 32 credits, will consist of courses that are of interest to you. So as a student in this program, you will have the opportunity, with the help of your faculty advisor, to build an area of focus, whether that be in public health or business or communications, or the clinical focus. That's an option as well. So really, this program is well suited for a diverse group of individuals. We have the opportunity that we give to our grad students to take elective courses and build their concentration in any one of Boston University's 17 colleges. A couple of newer courses that are within our program specifically that are of high interest and were added to our program because of requests include a course called Eating Disorders in disease prevention and treatment, as well as nutrition for sports and performance. So those are just a couple. They may be of interest to you. And at this point, I'm going to switch gears and really talk a little bit more specifically about that practicum experience. For many students, this is their favorite part of the program. It's an opportunity for them to start to apply some of what they've been learning for many, many years, both as an undergraduate and then as a graduate student. But it's loose enough that you have a lot of autonomy and a lot of choice with regards to not only the site that you complete your practicum in, but also in the specific projects that you choose to complete, of course, with the direction and support of your preceptor, which is kind of a go-between. It's like a great next step to get you ready for the dietetic internship, which of course is much more specific in terms of all of those competencies that everyone is required to complete. So I mentioned that students have the opportunity to explore really any area of the profession that's of interest to them. So we have placed students in nutrition research focused practicum, in food service management, in clinical based, whether it be food service or eating disorders or pediatrics or geriatrics, as well opportunities to work in the area of public health or potentially even private practice. So the sky's the limit with regards to the sites that we have. We continue to add new sites each year. I'm currently working on our placements for this current group, and because the Boston University is, and as well as Mass General, because we're in the city of Boston, we really have a plethora of opportunities with the world-renowned medical centers and hospitals, as well as many diverse opportunities within the community itself that you would expect in a large urban city. So at this point, I am going to turn things over to Pat Engel, and she is going to talk about the specifics of the dietetic internship at Mass General Hospital.
Thank you. Thanks so much for the introduction. I too would like to welcome you all to this informational session. As Mary Jane mentioned, we'll pre-select students based on strict criteria into the combined program. Yet you won't need to be involved in the DICAS match, so that's a positive thing. The main goal of our program is for you to find your passion through diverse experiences in supervised practice. Candidates should demonstrate leadership, self-direction, interpersonal skills, and conceptual ability. And these are qualities that we think you need to succeed in our program. They'll contribute to your success, and that's what we want. Next slide. The dietetic internship at Mass General is unique in our approach to teaching and learning. We encourage independent thinking and foster initiative, creativity, and professionalism. Experiences in our program will strengthen your skills, teamwork, critical thinking, and motivation. Next year, next slide please, our program's going to be changing. Not only with this partnership, but it will align with some of the new accreditation standards. It'll be a little bit shorter, but it will have the same quality of opportunities and experiences. So you'll spend about 12 weeks in inpatient clinical and acute nutrition care, 7 weeks in ambulatory care and community nutrition, 10 weeks in food service systems, 1 in research, 3 in business plans, and then we have some specialty rotations. You'll spend 5 weeks in a concentration rotation, which you will select an area of interest to you. So from many of your experiences here, you might find something that you love and you'd like to expand your knowledge and skill. You might already know what you want to do when you enter the program, and we'll find an option for you and set it up so that you are getting the best experiences and doing what you love. And then you'll have 4 weeks in staff relief, which is you acting as the dietitian. So it's the next step before finishing and becoming a registered dietitian. We're truly excited to be working with Boston University and believe that this seamless path is an exceptional way for you to become an exceptional dietitian.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mary Jane and Pat. So we are going to wrap up this presentation by talking a little bit more about the application process, as well as financial aid opportunities that are available to applicants. So the first thing to know is that if you're interested in applying to this really unique partnership, you just need to submit one application, and that is through Boston University. So within our application, you'll want to make sure that you're selecting the MSDI pre-select application. You'll want to make sure that you're applying by December 1st as well. So within that application, there will be a question that will allow you to select this unique partnership program. So you want to select the Mass General Standalone DI Partnership Program within that application. In terms of our application requirements, you can see those here on the screen. We of course require a DPD verification statement, which can be in progress when you're applying. We require unofficial transcripts, 3 reference letters, a series of BU short answer essay questions, as well as some specific information geared toward Mass General. So there is a Mass General specific personal statement, as well as a supplemental application, which you'll receive after you submit the application. And then as far as standardized tests, we do not require the GRE, but we do require the TOEFL or the IELTS for English proficiency. For those of you who obtained a degree where the primary language of instruction was not English. We do want to mention that we encourage you to join our live events. So if we have any current opportunities available to visit either of our institutions or participate in a live virtual event, we encourage you to do that. We love to get to know our applicants in person. So definitely check out both of our opportunities to learn more. So with regard to funding, the funding structure is a little different depending on year 1 and year 2. So in year 1, when you're completing your MS at BU, you can see the tuition rate listed here on the screen. These are the 21-22 tuition rates, and that's a per semester rate. We're excited to be able to guarantee at least $10,000 in scholarship funding to everyone who is admitted to this combined program. So that would be applied to the BU tuition rate in year 1. So there's at least $10,000 in scholarship funding. We do offer higher scholarships, and that's really determined by the strength of your application, as determined through our holistic review process. Another source of funding available at BU is through a variety of different student employment opportunities. So there are graduate assistantships, teaching assistantships, and a variety of other paid positions that you can apply for. And that can help offset some of the costs associated with your graduate education. And finally, we do advise students to expect to rely on some form of loans. There are a variety of loan options available through the US federal government, as well as through private sources. And our colleague Janet Turner, who is the Assistant Director of Graduate Financial Aid, can really help advise you on some of those different options and figuring out how to apply for those. In year 2, while you're completing your dietetic internship at Mass General, you can see that the tuition rate for that second year is $7,500. And Mass General provides a variety of different benefits, including a meal allowance, as well as a variety of different discounts. So we wanted to just wrap up this presentation by providing you with some additional contact information for Mary Jane and Pat. Their contacts, their emails are listed here on the screen. So again, we encourage you to reach out to them if you have specific questions about this partnership program. And again, feel free to join us at a live event or by visiting campus. You can discover some of those opportunities on our respective websites. So thank you for tuning in today, and we hope to connect with you soon. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.